Well, if starting a business sounds like an intimidating step to take, it doesn't have to be, according to my next guest. She's going to help you out with this. So joining me right now is Katrina Sawa. She's actually author of Love Yourself Successful, and we're going to talk about how you can launch into becoming an entrepreneur and starting that business that you've always dreamed of.
Yay.
So the first question is, when is a good time to start your business?
Now!
Okay, so don't wait, just do it now. Starting today.
Yes. And it depends. If you already have a job, you don't want to just quit your job right now and go start your own business. It does take some months to ramp up depending on what you're doing. But now is a good time to get started and figure out what you need to do and start setting up the systems, the website, and the marketing.
Okay, so get the ball rolling.
Yes.
Quit procrastinating,
Yes.
quit going, this might be a good idea. Just start making a plan, because a plan is important to a successful business.
It
right?
is, not in the traditional sense like 20 years ago when we used to do a business plan. We'd go down to the SBA and we'd have this 28-page business plan that then we stuck in the drawer. Now, I had that.
I'm not aware of
I had that.
this giant document.
Yes,
plan.
and
okay.
it was great to go through that process, but unless you need funding, which some business owners do, like if you're starting a brick and mortar, you're going to have a retail location, you're going to need funding most likely, unless you have a bunch of money. But if you're going to be a solopreneur or work from home, I mean, there's not a lot of startup besides a website and maybe learning how to do the marketing and how to do the business stuff.
Okay, so I want to talk about the funding, because you had mentioned, you know, some people, they are lucky enough to maybe have some cash saved or gifted to them. But if they don't, where do they find that funding? Is there money available for people that would like to become a small business owner?
There is. The SBA still has grants, and then if you look at, there's crowdfunding now, and crowdfunding is where you can say, hey, I'm launching this thing online, and please donate to my cause. I mean, people are doing it left and right. It's insane, and making money doing that. So that's just another way. Of course, you can do investors and get partnerships and things like that, but try really, I mean, it doesn't have to cost that much if you're trying to do a service or home-based business.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously you could do the traditional loan, but there are other options out there for you to be creative if that doesn't seem to be a really good source for you. Okay, so we talked about the financing. Let's talk about the beginner steps. What are some of these baby steps? So today somebody's watching the show, they're like, you know, I've always wanted to be a small business owner. Where do I begin? How do they start the planning?
Well, figure out really who you want to serve and what you want to serve with. What product and service? What are you selling? I always ask that to people. What are you selling? And they're like, well, I want to help people, blah. No, what are you selling? Like, really get clear on what you're selling. Are you selling a 6-week teletraining webinar course? Are you selling a live event? Are you selling coaching? Are you selling this widget here and for $40? Are you selling a series of something? Are you selling a service where they have to come in and get treatments from you? Be clear on what you're selling and who it's for, because once you're clear on that, you have more confidence to go out and talk about it. That's the first step, really. Okay,
so know your product.
Yes.
All right.
And then it's figuring out, okay, where are the people that want to buy that? And what matters most to them, not to you. Like, for example, your previous guest about weight loss, right? Well, you might be, if you're a weight loss expert, you might be sharing some tips that you think people need to know in order, but they might not be wanting to know that. So you have to find out what matters most to the target audience and what they want to know, and then target your marketing message to that, not to necessarily what you want to say or tell them, but what they want to know about. And you get them in the funnel, so to speak, through your website or some other way, and then you continue to build that relationship.
So know who your audience is.
Yeah, know who your audience is.
Okay, all right, so know your product, know your audience. What about when it comes to family spouse support? Because there may be married couples that want to start this adventure, you know. How important is it to have somebody there to back you up?
Right. Well, I can tell you, if you don't have that support, it's going to be a real struggle, because your confidence level is going to be decreased. Your motivation isn't going to be as much there 24/7 that it needs to be if you're an entrepreneur. So it is better to have that support. But if you're married to a non-entrepreneur, you know, I write about that in my book, and you're an entrepreneur and they're a non-entrepreneur, they don't always understand how we want to make these risky decisions and investments to do this and that, or build a website or take a training course or whatever. And so you really have to make sure that you share that your vision with them, right? And it's not just about making money today, it's what do you want to build in this business. So where do you see it in 3 years and 5 years? Granted, it will change. Be open to the evolution of your idea and your business too.
Yeah, but it's important to have a cheerleader.
Yes.
And open communication.
Yes.
If you already have a built-in cheerleader, aka husband or wife or partner. Okay. Tell us about your book. I want to talk about Jumpstart Your Marketing and Sales Summit. What exactly is this?
Well, that is my workshop that I do where I teach people how to start up their own business.
Okay,
and I teach them the marketing sales. My book is more about getting in the confidence to do that in the first place, which is Love Yourself Successful.
Great. Okay.
But we're talking about business today, and I'm like, well, I wanted to give a free ticket to anybody who's listening to the event, because it will change your life. When you learn, most people make a mistake by not learning about the sales and marketing enough. And so they might know their craft, or they might go get certified in a program, product, or service, or whatever they're going to do as their business, but they don't always get the training on how to market and sell, which is why businesses fail, is because they're not doing enough marketing, talking to enough people, and converting enough people online and offline into buying your products and services. So you gotta learn that.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. And your book, though, Love Yourself Successful, which we also have here, and it's right there in front of the plant. Where do people find that so they can kind of get that start?
Everything's on the website at jumpstartyourmarketing.com. So they can buy the book, they can come to the event. There's all kinds of ways. There's free stuff all over the place. I really believe in free first, then pay. How can I teach you for free in videos and emails and tips? Because I think it's important. But at some point, you're going to have some skin in the game where you really need to invest in really learning what to do to build a successful, profitable business.
Okay, well, hopefully, though, these products that you're offering to people and the advice that you're giving is that little push for them to be comfortable making that investment.
You can do it.
You can do it. There you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Katrina. Everybody have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 11:30 right here on Sac Co. Bye-bye, everyone.